Hi, I welcome you to another interesting episode on Out of the Box with Alice. I hope you enjoyed the last episode and remembered to share with your friends. If this is your first time listening, OMG, you are the VIP I've been waiting for. You're welcome to the Out of the Box family, and this podcast is available on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcast, and some other podcasting platform. And on this episode, I want to share with you something interesting I found in a book, and it gave me peace of mind or maybe freedom. While trying to look for the appropriate title for this episode, I thought about put the blame on me. I am responsible for everything. But at the end of my search, I came up with blame it on me. I know you're wondering what I am to be blamed for. A lot of things actually. I'm not a fan of bulky books, and as a matter of fact, once a book is more than 100 to 150 pages, I get tired and most times I stop reading. But there was this particular book I picked from my neighbor's room due to curiosity. I kept on looking at it for months, and one question kept coming to my mind. Will you ever open this book? Talk more of reading it. Don't laugh at me. It's not just my thing. I read normally, but bulky books feels like a burden to me. I woke up on a Thursday morning and asked myself what I was going to do differently that day. Looking at myself in the mirror and leaning on my table, then I saw this book lying helplessly, begging me to just open and read a page. So the journey began. The title of the book is Goals by Brian Tracy. You must have read it before or heard about it before. Trust me, that book is really amazing, and I just want to share with you one thing from what I've learned from the book, which is taking responsibility. If you want to be truly happy and successful, one of the most important things you can do is to free yourself from negative emotions of fear, self-pity, envy, jealousy, inferiority complex, anger, and finally, lack of forgiveness, which I'm guilty of. Let me share my experience with you. Few years back, I once had a friend who were very close, always showed up for each other and all, but all of a sudden life happened and it was really difficult for me to forgive because I was hurt badly. Maybe the saying that it feels differently when we get hurt by the ones we truly love or care about is true. Maybe I thought I forgave, but I still feel hurt each time I remember, and it was always like a weight until I learned from this book that one of the root causes of negative emotions is justifications. Sometimes we justify ourselves and others that we are entitled to be angry or upset for some reasons. Of course, I was entitled to be angry, but I want to be successful. I need to let go. Pastor Yemi Adioti once mentioned that letting go doesn't mean you will forget, but you won't feel hurt each time you remember, and that is when true forgiveness has taken place. Another root cause of negative behavior is an over-concern about the ways others treat you. For some people, their self-image is determined by the way other people speak to them, talk to them, about them, or even look at them. They have little sense of personal value or self-worth apart from the opinions of others. And if those opinions are negative for any reason, the victim immediately experiences anger, embarrassment, shame, feeling of inferior, and even depression, self-pity. Overall, the antidote to all negative emotions of all kind is for you to accept complete responsibility for your situation. Picture that negative behavior you have now and say this word out loud. I am responsible. I said that word and you can't imagine the peace I felt inside of me. Just as simple as it is. You can't say the word I am responsible and still feel angry. Yes, You are responsible for the way you feel about how others treat you. You're responsible if you allow others treat you badly. You're responsible if you can't find peace in your mind because you refuse to forgive someone that hurt you and let go. You're responsible if you feel inferior to others. You are responsible if you envy others. And lastly, you are responsible if you have self-pity. All the blame is on you. Never hold grudges against anyone because while you are doing so, they're out dancing. And that's going to be it on today's episode. I hope you found something helpful. Do well to follow me across all social media platforms at CallR_King. Also, let's interact on Spotify by sharing your negative behavior with me. There's a column, there's a space where you can, drop a comment and share what you feel on this episode with me. I've shared mine, so I'll be waiting for yours. If you want us to interact on a personal level, you can chat me up on 0815-339029. Join me on my next episode, and remember that I love you so much. Let's go of all negative emotions of all kind. See you in my next episode. Bye.